Hey there, I am so freaking excited to be talking to you today about the instant no-brainer content method. Now, when I started using this, when I created this, when I started approaching content from this perspective, my income blew up so freaking fast. I went from being in a space where I was attracting a lot of people who had resistance around my pricing, who didn't think my work was valuable, who had objection after objection after objection, to pay in full dream clients in my inbox literally the day I started using this method. This is how powerful it is. And so I'm so excited to teach it to you. I'm so excited to talk to you about it and to see the changes this can make in your business. There's a few things I want to touch on. The first thing to know about this, the first thing that matters, if you want to turn your content into nice to read, to oh my gosh, I need your work, I need your offers, let me pay you right now. The first step is you need to know who you're talking to. You need to know who your dream client is. And I know this sounds so basic, but the more you know this, the more you understand them, the more you understand who is so perfect for your work. Now, this matters a lot, especially if you're trying to fill out your premium containers. It matters a lot that you're clear who is perfect for your work and who's not. Because there's a very big difference between someone who's willing to invest $2,000 versus someone who's willing to invest $20,000. It is very important that you know who is perfect for your work, who is going to thrive in these spaces, who are you going to serve at a high level in these spaces of your world. So firstly, know who you're talking to. Know that person inside out. Know what's going on for them. Know what they care about. Know what they are struggling with. Know who your dream client is. If you're a business coach, know their income level. If you're a love coach, know what they've tried right now. Know, have they been single for 10 years? Is your dream client someone who hasn't dated in a while? Is your dream client someone who is dating right now but keeps meeting the wrong men? Is it someone who's dating right now but the men aren't attracted to them? Where are they right now? What are they struggling with? What is their unique problem? Know that. So when you know your dream client, the second thing we really need to nail, which I believe 90% of people do not nail. Okay, this is so key. The second thing you need to nail is you need to understand the problem that they have that they are willing to pay money for. Understand the problem that they have that they are willing to pay money for. Now, what do I mean by that? As an expert, when you really understand an area of your client's life, you might identify problems that they have that they don't really care about, right? I'll give you an example. If you help women find amazing love and you talk to a woman and she's a client of yours, you might have identified that she's got anxious attachments, anxious attachment type. You might identify that she has problems with communication. You might identify that she has problems being in her feminine. You might identify that she has problems meeting the right men. However, even though you've got this great, well-rounded view of her and her life and her problems and all the things that you see as an expert, there is a drastically big difference between what you see as an expert, what you deem to be a problem, and the problem that she is willing to pay you for. So that woman who I just described, the problem she might have is that she keeps meeting men, but they don't want to be with her. She might be struggling to meet someone who wants to commit long term, wants to settle down, wants to be her husband. And so if in your content, you're talking all day, every day about how I'm going to stop you being an anxious attachment type, I'm going to help you with your communication, I'm going to help you be in your feminine, and she cares about how can you help me meet this man, there is a disconnect. And so you want to know who your person is. You want to understand the problem that they are willing to pay for. You want to understand what they care about. Now, this is not about money. It is truly about connecting with your person around the things that they are thinking about. So that woman, she's thinking, why don't men commit to me long term? Why do they seem interested at first and then they ghost? These are things she's thinking about. These are things she's worrying about. These are things that if you speak about them, they're going to grab her attention. Okay. So understand the things she is willing to pay for. When you describe a problem, when you describe what she's going through, it's so important that you describe things from her perspective, not you keep going on these dates and you're in your masculine energy, and that's why love doesn't work out. What is she experiencing? You go on these dates, the men seem interested, you hit it off, and then after a week or two, they don't keep pursuing you. It all dwindles out. It feels like they don't make an effort. They don't want to see you again. They're not pursuing you, and it just doesn't make sense to you. So when you know who you're talking to and you start to understand their problem and talk to them about their problem, showcasing you really, really get it, you want to speak from their point of view. You want to see, you want them to feel like you're literally looking in their bedroom window, just talking to them, having a heart to heart. When you're able to describe where they are in such a powerful way, they go, okay, she's speaking to me. She literally gets my reality day after day. So you want to speak to what they believe is a problem, not what you see as a problem. Huge difference. What they see as a problem, not what you see as a problem. So know who your client is. Speak to your person about the thing they see as a problem. Showcase that you understand what they're going through. Now, you don't always have to follow this exact order, what I'm going through with you right now, but knowing these things with every time you go to write is going to drastically impact the way your content is converting right now. Know who you're talking to, understand the problem they're willing to pay for. The third thing that matters is showcasing your insight that shows you understand their unique problem. Okay, giving them a unique perspective that helps them realize why the problem is there. Often, what we don't realize is that our dream clients, they're actively pursuing their desires. They're going after the things they want, and yet they're not seeing the results they want, right? And so they're looking for, what am I actually missing? What is the disconnect here? Why isn't this working for me? So when you describe their unique problem, when you showcase that you really, really, really get it, and then you come back to, here is the reason it's not working for you, here is what's missing, they have a moment of, holy crap, I didn't realize. I didn't realize this was going on. And so you want to be thinking of, what is unique about your work? What do you see that they don't see? How can you showcase what the gap is so they understand why they don't have what they want? What haven't they seen before? Okay. Now, it can be very, very tempting to talk to someone, to show them what their problem is, and then instantly go into fix it mode. Here's the thing. Your people are going to highly benefit from you showing them the gap more than you going straight into fix it mode. Okay. I'll give you an example. If I say you're going on these dates and it's not really working out, what you need to do is love yourself, pretend you don't care, show up confidently, and it will be perfect. That person's going to go, whoa, 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 what? Why does any of this matter? What has this got to do with anything? However, if you're talking to that person, you go on these dates and it's not really working out, and men seem interested at first and then they seem like they're not eager later, and then you get to the inside and you say, the reason men change from feeling really hot around you to like really, really cold is because they sense from you this strong sense of neediness, which instantly kills their attraction. Do you see how that's more powerful than going, love yourself, go enjoy your life, la, 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 and defaulting to the process, defaulting to the advice you'd maybe give them when they were working with you. Instead, you give them insight will help them realize why they've got the problem in the first place. Holy crap. They feel my neediness, so they pull back. Whoa, okay, I didn't realize that. Right? So if you describe the situation, you describe their problem, and then you give them an insight that makes them go, holy crap, you get it. Right? Here's what's really important. If you nail the insight, often someone in their head has already gone, oh my gosh, this person gets my problems. Oh my gosh, this person gets me. Oh my gosh, this person has a solution. And you literally haven't even told them a solution. You've known who you're talking to. You've broken down their problem. You've spoken to exactly what's going on for them. You've given them an insight that's made them go, oh, wow, like that's really interesting. I didn't think about it that way. The fourth step to it is giving them a solution. Now, I'm saying here a solution. I'm not saying the how. Okay. Here's why. Often, if we break down here is the how, we are telling the audience to do some things that they don't fully understand yet. I'll give you an example. If I go back to that relationship example I just broke down, and then I said the reason he's pulling back is because he senses this great deal of need from you. What you need to do is love yourself, go enjoy your life, lean back. They're often going to go, what has this got to do with my desire? What has this got to do? How, like, they're often going to go, how do I do all that? And have so many questions about the instructions you've given them. Or they're going to go, I've tried some of them. And then they're going to ignore the advice altogether because they're going to go, well, I've tried that. A lot of your audience think they've tried the how, but they aren't nailing the how. Right? A lot of your audience, if you say, go do these three things, they will go, I've done them, but they haven't done them with you. They haven't done them the way that you show them how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, for example, a lot of women would say that they've learned about feminine energy. I've learned feminine energy, right? But you might know as an expert that if men aren't all over them, they're not embodying it, right? And so it doesn't matter if they've learned it. It's about the fact they're not embodying it. So once you've shown the insight, once you've shown them the gap, right? We want to show them the solution. We want to show them what is going to change things, right? Now, with the solution, I recommend not going into the process, but talking to the solution. Okay, so if the problem is men aren't interested in them, men keep pulling back, right? The solution might not be go love yourself, go be in your feminine energy, lean back, right? It might be the problem is men keep pulling back. The insight is it's happening because they feel your need. The solution is when you move from feeling needy to knowing your value no matter what, men are going to be all over you. In my world, I'll show you how to do that. Okay. And so you want to be showing them a solution, which is not step by step by step by step. Okay. Why? Because often the reason you're doing something is so much greater than the steps it takes to this individual steps. And if someone tries to follow the individual steps, they're going to come up against all these speed bumps, all these problems, and not get the same result. Yeah, it's like if I give a beautiful post all around nutrition, I give an insight about why their diet isn't working, and then I said, the solution is just eat these kind of foods. I guarantee people will read it and firstly go, that's too simple. They go, I eat them all the time, or they go, or they'll go and try it, but it's not as simple as necessarily eat these kind of foods, right? Because there's going to be troubleshooting. There's going to be people who struggle. There's struggles along the way. There's questions that are going to come up. And so you want to give an insight that showcases something different, that's something that they're missing, something that they haven't seen before. And then you want to show them the solution and talk to the solution without going into the process. Okay. So for example, if I'm talking about content and I have given the insight of the things that you're talking to and the way you're describing your client's problem, the way you're describing your offer, your person doesn't care and they do not want to buy. I might not say, here's how to make them care. I could say this. I could say, here's how to make them care. Make sure you talk to the things that they instantly want to buy that grab their attention. Here's my offer. Here's what I'm going to teach you. But if I say, the reason they're not buying is because they don't care about your offer. Here's how to make them care. Number one, ask yourself, why is my offer really important? Number two, ask myself, what result did someone get last time? Number three, if I start going in this, I guarantee I'm going to lose their attention in about 30 seconds. Why? Because they're going to go off on this. Oh, wait, she's asking me this question. Let me go sit down and figure out this question. Or they're going to go, that seems too hard, basket. I don't really care. So if you give them an insight and then you describe something, like when you know how to describe your offer so people jump in instantly, they like We want you to sum up a solution and something that needs changing and to quickly go from here's the insight, here's the solution, here's what needs changing, and here is my space to do this with me. Okay, the insight is what is going to make your people buy. If you capture their problem and you capture your insight, they already want to buy. They don't actually want the solution, which sounds weird. If you capture where they are and the problem, if you capture your insight, and it's a powerful insight about where they are, they instantly go, this person gets it, I want to buy. If you go off on, here's the list of 10 things I now recommend you do mode, they're going to go, They're going to say, that's too hard. I've done that before. That's not the answer. I don't think it's that simple. They're going to straight away get into their logical mind and they're straight away going to have objections and keep scrolling. If, however, you capture their problem, you give them unique insight, which showcases you know why they've got the problem, and then you link back to a solution, which is like, when you value yourself completely, he's going to completely and utterly adore you. That's what happens in my world. When you know how to speak to what people care about so that they're completely and utterly obsessed with your work, that is what happens in my world. Outcome, 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 outcome. These outcomes come. You can give testimonials, you can give examples, you can give parts of what you've done, a story to back up what you're saying, to show you know your stuff and you've done it with people over and over again. Okay, so the steps. Know who you're talking to. Talk to their problem, understand their problem, capture from their perspective, really get inside their head and what's going on for them. Not your expert. The reason you have this problem is because you're masculine energy. No. The reason that men aren't choosing you, the reason they go on a few dates with you and then they aren't interested anymore, the reason that you meet these kind of men you like and they don't show you any interest at all, the reason that you're meeting these men who are completely wrong for you. I'm just using lots of love examples because it's so easy to describe it from their point of view. Insight, the insight that makes them go, holy crap, I didn't realize I was doing that. If you nail insight and problem, they're already like, I want to buy from this person. The solution is simple as when you know how to be in a space where men are all over you. So often the solution tied to the outcome is really powerful. When you know how to show up so that a man is all over you. Right? When you know how to write one post that makes everybody buy, you haven't even broken down the how. But you've said, when you know how to do this, you get this outcome, right? That is when everything is going to change. In my world, here is the offer to do that. In my world, this is a space to do that. Does this make sense? So the 4 things to master: know who you're talking to, understand their problem from their perspective, share an insight that makes them go, holy heck, that is why I've got this problem. If you nail this problem, if you nail describing what they're going through, the insight can often be so simple. You think it's simple, they're going to think it's groundbreaking. Show them the solution. Show them how shifting that is going to lead to a different outcome. Yeah, and link that back to your work. If you nail these things, you nail the person you're speaking to, you nail their problem, you nail an insight which is relevant to them, and then you lead it back to a powerful outcome, they instantly go, this person is a no-brainer to invest in. They know my life. They know me, they know my life. I feel connected to this person. I have certainty this person knows their stuff because they've given me insights I've never seen before. They've given me an insight about my exact problem, which no one has ever spelled out that way for me before. And their work, this offer, is the exact thing I need to change everything for me. Know who you're talking to, understand their problem, showcase the insight, and show them the solution. If you find this useful, and you want to take this further and you want to get my eyes on what you're doing, you need to message me. I've got the most freaking incredible no-brainer offer. Message me saying, I want people who are all in. I want people who are all in, and I will tell you about it. We'll talk soon. See you later.